He gives strength to the weary. After the car accident. From one Bible verse, SW. I'm glad you're here. I'm here to share faith-building stories of real people. And I hope these videos bless you. Please consider subscribing. It really helps spread the word about amazing stories of God's power. Thanks for your support. Today's story is called He Gives Strength to the Weary. Have you ever seen someone skating on ice and they start losing their balance? She needed help finding the right medicine for her dog. I rushed to the sound and saw him lying on the floor. In that brief instant, as I looked into his fading eyes, I heard a voice as clear as day saying, "Save him." They loaded him onto the stretcher and raced him out of the store. As I watched them go, my body trembled. I felt drained, not just physically, but emotionally. "It's okay," she whispered. "You did the right thing." I couldn't shake the feeling that something profound had shifted within me. The experience had awakened a part of me I didn't know existed. A strength, a bravery, a calmness. "My dear child," my pastor began, "God chose you for such a time as this." I hadn't been chosen by chance. I was part of a divine plan. It may not always be evident, but when the moment arrives, we'll know what to do. I'm grateful for the experience that not only saved a life, but also revealed the depths of my faith and strength. It was a testament to the power of divine calling and the importance of heeding the voice within. Our faith becomes our guiding light, leading us to act with courage and determination. God had prepared me for this moment, equipping me with the skills and strength to save a life. I had hesitated, questioning why me. But now I realized it was because of my unwavering faith and love for God. You displayed remarkable courage and presence of mind. You saved that man's life. And when you asked me why, I knew exactly why it was. I stared at him, my mind racing to grasp his words. "Why?" I whispered, desperate for understanding. Please share your story in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed today's story, please click the like button. If you've never subscribed, please consider doing so. And remember, God has a purpose for each of us. Keep an eye out for the signs. Until next time, stay blessed, because, he said, his voice filled with conviction. "You are my daughter, and I sent you." It was as if a dormant power had been lying within me, waiting for the right moment to emerge. Now I realized I possessed this incredible strength. I could face challenges head-on without succumbing to fear. It was a newfound confidence that astounded me. Her words were like a lifeline in the turbulent sea of my emotions. As I described what had transpired, I noticed a change in his facial expression. He became serious, his gaze intense. When I finished, he didn't offer words of comfort or congratulations. Instead, he asked a question that caught me off guard. Do you remember Jesus calling Matthew while he was sitting at his tax table? I paused, confused by the seemingly random question. Yes, I replied hesitantly. And while Matthew hesitated, contemplating whether to follow Jesus or continue working, Jesus reassured him. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. My pastor continued. But, I stammered, unable to articulate my jumble of thoughts. She interrupted, her voice soft yet firm. Listen to me. You saved that man's life. That's all that matters. Her simple statement cut through my panic like a beacon of clarity. The gravity of what had just transpired hit me. I had never saved anyone's life before, nor had I ever attempted mouth-to-nose resuscitation. Yet, when the moment presented itself, I didn't hesitate. I acted purely on instinct. Without hesitation, I pressed my mouth over his, forcing the air from his lungs and creating a seal. As I did, the world around me seemed to disappear. All that mattered was him and me, and the faint sound of sirens in the distance. I performed mouth-to-nose resuscitation without a single thought for myself. My entire focus was on keeping him alive. His eyes were closed, his mouth hanging open. Are you okay? I screamed. I don't think so, he gasped. I quickly dialed 911. Then, kneeling beside him, I asked what happened. I slipped, he whispered. That's all right. Help is on the way, I said, trying to keep calm. As I cradled his head in my lap, I noticed a blood-stained note protruding from his pocket. I pulled it out and unfolded it. My wife passed away 2 weeks ago. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm sorry, it read. I felt my stomach drop. This wasn't just a slip. This was a suicide attempt. Fear jolted through me. What if he died? How could I tell his family? What if I caused him to lose consciousness? A million thoughts raced through my mind. I felt a tug at my heartstrings. I thought about the medication I had just recommended to him, and I realized it could cause dizziness. No, not good, I said, hoping I wasn't overreacting. I decided to check on him. I quickly found him standing by the water bottles, looking at the pill bottles in his hand. But how could I have known what to do? I had never taken a first aid or CPR class. Panic surged through me. Questions bombarded my mind. My heart pounded, mirroring the rapid-fire thoughts. I struggled to catch my breath. Fear threatened to engulf me. Are you okay? I asked. Yeah, fine. Just need some water, he replied. Here, let me get that for you, I said. I grabbed a cup and filled it with water and brought it back to him. Thanks, he said quietly. Hey, are you sure you're okay? That medicine can cause dizziness. I asked. Yeah, I'm fine, he insisted. But his eyes told a different story. They held fear and uncertainty. Well, if you need anything else, just let me know, I said. Okay, thanks, he replied. I wanted to do more, but I couldn't think what. So I went back to work. As I turned to go back to my computer, I saw a man walking toward me. He looked confused. Can you help me find the allergy medicines? I asked. No. You helped me just now, he said. Oh yeah, sorry, I must have forgotten. What aisle are they in? Actually, you were in the wrong aisle, I replied. Go past the vitamins. Take a right, then second shelf on the left. Right after the cough drops, I think. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, he said. No problem. I watched him shuffle away. They throw their arms out for support, but their legs are too wobbly to hold them up. And then the unthinkable happens. Someone reaches out and catches them before they fall. That's what happened to me in more ways than I could have imagined. I was working in a pharmacy, and I had just finished talking with a customer. As I turned to leave, I suddenly noticed his walker was missing its front wheel. A few moments later, I heard an urgent help. Somebody help me. Then something shifted within me. In that one moment, amidst the swirling chaos, I felt an unexpected surge of calmness wash over me. After what felt like an eternity, but was probably only a couple of minutes, the paramedics took over. Moments later, the reality of the situation crashed down on me. I had just stopped a suicide. Then something extraordinary happened. The store manager, sensing my distress, approached me and gently placed a hand on my shoulder. Days turned into weeks. The incident replayed in my mind on a loop. The turning point came when I recounted the experience to my pastor. I looked at him, puzzled, unsure how Matthew's story related to my experience. His words hit me like a tidal wave, washing over me with their profound meaning. In that moment, I understood. That day, I learned a valuable lesson. God has a purpose for each of us. Today, I look back at that fateful day with gratitude. Now, I want to ask you, what's the most challenging situation you faced in your life? How did you overcome it?